G'day, I'm Ron Simonson from Generation Boomers Aging Fearlessly. I'm here today to show you the safe way to transfer from a wheelchair to a toilet and the reverse of this as well, from the toilet back to the wheelchair. There's other things too, some really important tips on safety. Can't stress enough how important it is for you to be aware of the safety aspect in caregiving, but more on that soon. One thing I know from experience, when you get old, it gets harder to stand up or sit way down on a low toilet seat. It's a definite advantage for someone you care for if they either have a raised toilet pan or you use an over toilet aid. There are many types of these useful aids to choose from, and I'll be talking more about them in a future video. And don't let it happen like it did to the poor schmuck who slipped and fell on a wet, slippery floor. Make sure the floor is dry before entering wet areas. Another good practice is to get into the habit of letting your cared one know in advance what you're going to be doing with them. Make it a shared event so they are prepared. This relieves anxiety and produces a calm, shared experience. Part of this shared experience is to discuss arranging clothing before toileting. Of course, you should be guided by the one you care for in this, but from a safe, practical point of operation, it's best if underwear and pants are removed completely. This allows their legs to be comfortably spread when they're ensconced upon the toilet seat. And now to the transfer itself. But before we do get into that, just a reminder, this is a transfer by a single caregiver only. If others are needed, because your cared one is impaired or unable to stand, that's a different transfer method, and we won't be discussing that today. So whilst we're talking about a transfer to and from wheelchair and toilet, the method is suitable for a transfer to or from any flat surface, preferably where they're at the same height as the wheelchair seat. If not, use a slide board and a gate belt for preference and safety. Throughout this transfer, it's important you keep your back straight and your knees bent for your own safety. And of course, it's the same maneuver in reverse to get your cared one safely back again into the wheelchair. I mentioned the sliding board earlier. It's an easy way to transfer someone without having them to stand up and makes for a much easier method for you as caregiver. Now we talk about back health. I'm sorry it's such a busy slide. Just stop the video to read it all. Or better still, download our ebook to read it at your leisure. The link is at the end of the video. One thing you will notice when flipping through these pages is the repeats to lock the wheelchair and swing away or remove the footrests. It's incredible the number of people who neglect to do this, to their detriment and pain. I've seen some pretty bad accidents from trying to sit down on an unlocked wheelchair or from tripping over footrests when trying to stand up. Now, if you have any anxieties or fears about aging or dying, or maybe how to care for your aged loved ones, do join our Facebook group. Aging can be a lonely happening. Click on the link below for a shared experience. And here's where we say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, can you please like it? Doing that is surely helpful to me. Watch out for our next video coming soon. Safety for seniors. Goodbye.